What's going on, everybody? JC here today with Takumo, and today we present to you all the top 5 Call of Duty zombie maps of all time. Yeah, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5. The top 5 maps of all time. We're going to go in order from number 5 all the way down to number 1, with maybe some honorable mentions in there in the middle. So, these maps are just categorized by, gameplay wise, what they have to offer, how easy they are to play, how enjoyable they are. That's what makes this rating. We make the ratings. Takumo is our specialist with the zombie games and Call of Duty games, so he has the whole rating scale. He's gonna have this perfect and in tune for you all. So what we're gonna do now is go over the maps, like I said. Then at the end, we're going to summarize everything, and hopefully you all agree. And make sure in the comment section below you comment what are your top 5 maps, if you agree with our list. And if you have an unpopular opinion, please leave it down below, because we always have that one friend that's like, dude, Shangri-La's number 1. There's always that one guy. Never fails. There's always that one guy. Nocturne Untold is the best map. Like, always the weird dude in the group. Verrucht. You're going to have Verrucht as number 1. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get this show on the road.
Number 5!
The Giant. Coming in number 5, we have the Giant. Why did we choose this one? Well, mostly because of its simplicity. It's really cool of a map, and the aesthetics in this map is amazing. Anybody can just jump in, have fun, get to round 50, and actually play the map. No Easter eggs needed, and it's just pure fun for a few hundred rounds or until you die. As of right now, I do think that the Giant is one of the most remastered maps. I could be wrong, but what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, overall, I think it's a nostalgic map. It has a little bit of everything. And, it has the literal giant. I think the first time we played, I was like, yo, what is that? Like, I just saw like a big like robot sack in front of me. I was like, dude, like, what am I looking at? You told me about the Giant, literally. I walking across the map or whatever. I think the map aesthetically is beautiful, is unique, and definitely next gen kind of map. You know what I'm saying? Like, some maps you're like, okay, like, like, let's say your mom tells you like she's cute or whatever, and then you see the girl like, oh, I get what she meant. So like, sometimes you play a map, you're like, oh, it's from PS3, I see it now. But this map totally has that next gen feel. I mean, you get what I mean there? Get that analogy there?
Yeah, dude, 100%. I know what you mean, especially with remastered maps nowadays. A lot of them, they don't even feel like remastered. While the Giant, it was way ahead of its time. It had all that chrome feel on it. It actually felt like Black Ops 3 and not Black Ops 1. I thought it was a pretty cool aesthetic that they added to the game, also with a little bit of the World at War feel into it. When they did the transition from World at War to Black Ops 1, all they really did was just change the guns and change the engine to the Black Ops 1 engine. When we got this new version of the game, or of the map, we ended up getting like a whole new rework, and it's still the same map, still the same layout, but everything around it changed aesthetically, and even they added some Easter eggs here and there, and added some cool stuff that you can even find on the map. If you want to go look for secrets, you easily can.
Exactly. I mean, overall, this is number 5 on the list. You, right, Takumo, zombie expert here. Who would say it's number 5 because of gameplay and how it looks, or gameplay alone, or because of how it looks?
I would say number 5, just for the fact being that it is a great map, but it's not perfect. It has a lot of issues and it has its bugs, but it still is fun to play, and I really do like it. So we got to leave it at number 5 for now.
All right, perfect. So yeah, the Giant coming in at number 5.
You're still here. It's number 4. Der Eisendrache, or Der Eisendrache. I can't pronounce it because it's Russian. It sounds cool. That's all, or German. My bad. It sounds cool. That's all I gotta say. Dragons. What else do I have to say? D&D. Come on, boys. All these dragons that they've added to every single Call of Duty have all been super lame. Why? Because Der Eisendrache was literally the foundation of all the dragons that were added into the game, and they perfected it so well in that map that every other map with dragons on it just feels kind of lame or easily simply put in just because it looked cool. my opinion, Eisendrache, the reason why I like it so much is because it's such a cool map to play. There's so much to do. You can get every single bow in the same game that you're playing, or you can get one bow and just go all the way up to round 500 like nothing ever happened. There's so many videos out there explaining how to do the Easter egg that it's so easy. Somebody did it in 2 minutes. This map is really, really fun, and I just love that everything around it is all having to do with speedruns, and how the map looks like a really big castle and Dungeons and Dragons. I just really, really like how it looks, and this map has always been one of my favorites, mostly for the part being the bowls. The bowls just make everything so much fun. But honestly, I gotta ask an opinion from somebody who doesn't really play the map. So Jay, what do you think?
I mean, overall, I feel like Black Ops 3, this was the zombie map to kick off the DLCs, and I feel like it was a strong one to start it off. I think Black Ops 3 had a strong foundation for zombies, and this was the foundation. This was the start of it. This was the first DLC, if I'm corrected. And when it came out, we were all like, oh, what does the sun looks like? We stayed inside the whole entire first week it was out. I think some of us even like didn't go to school at the time. But we played it nonstop, and it was unique, you know, killing the zombies, and then the dragons will eat the zombies because they'll levitate up to the zombies will levitate to the dragons or whatever. Like, it was a new feature that I hadn't really seen in Call of Duty games before. Had a whole brand new feel too. And speaking of next gen, as I said in the last video, this was truly the first next gen map, I guess, DLC wise, and the PS4, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah.
I think it was a thing of beauty. It's one of those things where, like, you know, it's just like you look back, you're like, wow, it was perfect. You know, there's a meme there that compares things like, it was I, then there's like, it was perfection. That's
Yeah.
how I feel about this map. It's like, it was perfection. Like, I'm trying to cue in my Indiana Jones Harrison Ford voice in, but I can't. But it was perfection. If you get what I'm saying, you know, that's how I feel about it. They're Eisendrache, however you want to pronounce it. Eisendrache! I think that's how you would pronounce it. But that's how I feel. I don't know. That's my take on it.
So yeah, overall, number 4. Mitsa or 3. Ascension. So I want to start off with the con on this map just because it's not that big, and I think that this is the reason why it's not any higher on the list. Ascension has one flaw. You don't get an achievement for completing the Easter egg. I know it hurts for all you achievement hunters out there, but you don't get an achievement for beating the Ascension Easter egg. And it's one of the harder ones too, but it doesn't mean that the map is not fun. The map is amazing. I really, really love the map. The only reason why it's not higher is because you don't get the achievement for beating the Easter egg, and the difficulty of the Easter egg doesn't really match up on not getting a reward. Now, the reason why this map is super cool, first of all, you get to launch a rocket. What other map lets you launch a rocket? No other map lets you go to the moon, or for you to actually feel like you're going up to the moon like the way the map is actually letting us feel. And there's no other map that actually lets you fly around the entire map through its landing pads. I think that's super cool. And then not just that, it's a whole space station. Like, come on, there's nothing about the map that is not cool. All the guns on both versions, on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 3, run perfectly. The reason I put the maps together is because they're basically the same thing. The only difference is the slide and the guns. That's about it. But other than that, I really, really love the map, and I think at number 3 is probably one of the best spots it could be at. And yes, I do consider it as one of the greatest maps. Also, talking about the achievement hunting, let me go ahead and let JC talk a little bit more about the map, because he loves doing the achievements.
I do love doing the achievements, and when this came out, I mean, this was game changer at the time for Black Ops 1. Came out, you know, March 3rd of 2011 for the PS3, and it came out in February of 2011 for Xbox. Xbox had that deal with Treyarch, I believe, or Activision, that they will always get the DLC a month before. So coming across, you know, we all wanted to do the Easter eggs at the time, and yes, not having a trophy for the Easter egg was a little bit of a low blow, a little punch to the stomach, if you know what I'm saying there. And besides that, though, right, if you put aside the achievements, which I've learned to, you know, grow out of that as I've gotten older, just enjoy the game for what it is, and whatever you unlock as you play, be happy with it. And then eventually, if you do want to go after something, then go after it. But if this game, the first time you play this map, right, Ascension, first time you play it, it's absolutely perfect.
Definitely.
It's unique. You're looking at everything. What were you saying?
No, my bad. I said definitely.
But yeah, you know, I think like when you shoot down the rocket, you can shoot down the rocket when you launch it, right, with the ray gun, and it does that little explosion or whatever. I think this was one of the first times in a zombie map we had some kind of interaction, some what's the word I'm looking for? Some like the map. There was some interaction with the map, I guess.
Yeah, the entities with the map. You couldn't interact with it. Yeah.
It was unique. Everything about this is beautiful. Space station, like you said earlier. Space station, zombies, monkeys that mess you up. I would say the F-bomb, but I'm not. What more do you want? We got everything we need in the zombie map. We got launch pads, fly around the whole map that we want. You know, this was the go-to for like entirety of, I think, that spring. Because then after this, I mean, one of my maps, I'm just a little random. No, I think it was Mob of the Dead released after this, and that was a big game changer as well. But not Mob of the Dead. I'm sorry, it was the George Romero map. I forgot the name of that map actually.
It's I can't remember it either. My bad. Call of the Dead. There you go.
Call of the Dead. Yeah, Call of the Dead enough. But Ascension was the perfect way to kick off the DLCs for Black Ops 1. For Black Ops 1, it was the perfect way to do it. It was a beautiful map. You look back at it, it's a chef's kiss to perfection. Like perfect. So that's my overall take on it.
Yeah, 100%. The map is so amazing that it even lets you get to round 100 without killing anybody in the spawn room. If you guys didn't know, the little thing that spins around in the middle, it does infinite damage all the way up to like round 500, and then it just drops off and stops killing things. But it does infinite damage, and technically you can get to round 100 without getting a single kill if you just sit there. It's a pretty cool map. They added a lot of things to it. There's a lot of detail. You just got to go play it for yourself. If you got a few hours to kill, might as well give it a try. Why not? And that's number 3. Hey man, it's number 2. Origins. So first things first, as seen on the trailer, there's a big foot that steps on you. Nobody really knew what the hell was going on when this trailer first came out. But guys, when I tell you that this map was actually one of the greatest maps of all time, you guys wouldn't believe me. Why? Because the trailer looks so weak. I'm just kidding, guys. The trailer is amazing. The trailer is a whole movie. It's basically them all meeting up together and fighting zombies in their own styles. It's super fucking cool. I'm sorry for cursing, but I had to say it. The other thing that they added in this map, and it's probably one of the greatest things that any Call of Duty has ever done, and it's the Ray Gun Mark II. The Ray Gun Mark II is amazing. Whenever you had that gun, you felt overpowered and nobody can touch you. Everything on this map is super cool. There's so much detail right down to the speck of dirt. It's amazing. Black Ops 2 version and Black Ops 3 version both have their own little things here and there, but Black Ops 2 has to be the one that takes the cake. You get PhD Flopper, you get the Ray Gun Mark II pre-patch, by the way. That makes it super OP. Basically, you can fly with the gun is what I meant to say. They also have the Fist of Fury. If you guys don't know what the Fist of Fury is, you guys got to go play this map, like I said. They have the Wonder Staffs. These staffs, each one is OP in its own right. We got the wind, we got the fire, we got the lightning, and we got the ice. Debatably, fire and ice are probably the best ones. Don't come at me at that. Let's not start a riot at the comments. But I really like this map. It's one of my favorites. I really think that this map should have been a little bit higher, like number 1, but you'll see why we put number 1 where it's at. So we have to do some honorable mentions. The first one is Kino. Great foundation, but not good enough to be a top 5 map. The second one is Shinonuma. Really good map, but its randomness doesn't really make it any better. You made it. It's number 1. Be sure to leave a like. Coming in number 1, the greatest map of all time in our opinion, which is the right opinion by the way, is Mob of the Dead. Yeah, and big surprise, whoop whoop, right? Who would have guessed? Reason why we have Mob of the Dead as number 1 is, first of all, the Blundergat, the Hell's Retriever, Electric Cherry, guys, the Warden. All very fun aspects of the game. It's super cool. Everything about this map just falls together perfectly in place. This map is so cool that they couldn't even add quick revive. They just gave you that spirit so you can walk around and shock things. Honestly, I can't finish this map at times because it's just so awesome to play. Whenever I run the Easter egg, it's always a shame because I don't want to stop playing the map. Once you get set up, once you get all your dogs fed and everything, guys, this map is just perfect. Chef's kiss. Flying from the prison to the Golden State Bridge is just a perfect detail to make the Alcatraz map the way it is. Guys, this map is so amazing. They haven't even remastered it, and they put it into Warzone. Take that into consideration. They put it into Warzone. Like, come on, it has to be a really, really good map if it's in Warzone. Warzone has been one of those game modes everybody's been playing, and nobody can stop talking about it. Guys, this map is going to be number one always and forever unless they remaster it and just make it 10 times better. Let's not talk about Blood of the Dead, but let's go ahead and continue talking about Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead will always be number one. If you guys have any opinions of your own, maybe you want to change our top 5, maybe you got a different top 5, just go ahead and leave it in the comments. But that has been all from me. My name is Takumo, this is JC, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thank you all so much for tuning in to our top 5 zombie maps fittest gamers. JC Takumo here. We presented to you all the top 5 zombie maps of all time. Comment below what you think. Give us your top 5. Go to the Instagram at Fittest Gamers. Give us your top 5 there as well. Check out the TikTok as well. Shout out to Starling Knights, Takumo. Check them out as well. Everything. We're all in one here. So check us out. Fittest Gamers. We presented to you all the top 5 zombie maps of absolute all time. Thank you so much. Remember that God is good. God is real. Miracles do happen. I'm a living proof of that. Remember Hulk Hogan's mantra of say your prayers and eat your vitamins, brothers and sisters, and John Cena's mantra of never give up. FG fam, never give up. And yes, below in the description of this video, I will link the description. I will link our personal Instagrams, the Discord to Fittest Gamers, the TikTok, and we will go from there. So thank you all so much. Wanted to bring you something unique today, and I feel like we fulfilled our jobs there. We did a good job, I think, right? So thank you all so much. Once again, comment below what you feel. Your opinions. I want to see everyone's take, just because we have it as top 5 and we truly believe that it is the top 5 and there is no other top 5. Wink wink. Give me your opinion. Give me your opinions below. What do you think is your top 5 zombie maps of all time? And there'll be more to come in the future. Give us videos ideas below in the comment section as well. No idea is a bad idea. Remember that. Want to be a part of the FG fam? Shoot us a DM at Fittest Gamers. See what we can make work. Fittest Gamers is on the rise and growing. Kumo, JC, and officially log out. Oh, before we do, for the brush your teeth, wash your hands, clean your ass. JC, Takumo, peace.